president vows to end American carnage. Mr. Trump, we are here to vow to end the Trump carnage.
All right, buckle up, because Michael Moore just dropped a damn bombshell that's got everyone buzzing. Forget the damn movies. This time he's going full-on investigative journalist, laying bare the wild, unfiltered truth about Melania and Trump's marriage. And trust me, it's way more damn twisted than anything you could dream up. We're talking deep, dark secrets, explosive drama, and revelations that'll make you question every damn thing you thought you knew about the former first couple. Grab some damn popcorn, because this is gonna get real damn juicy.
Well, I think that the system has already been blown up for me. He has completely destroyed the Republican Party. In my film, John Boehner, the former Speaker of the House, Republican, said there is no Republican Party anymore. It's called the Trump Party. And there is really no Democratic Party anymore because the Democrats are completely impotent and incapable of getting somebody into the White House.
Michael Moore, the self-proclaimed truth-teller of the cosmos, has now plunged into the Trump swamp and dredged up some alleged truths about the dynamic between Melania and Donald. I mean, who would have guessed that after all these years, the guy who dodged the draft, played fast and loose with taxes, and somehow managed to bankrupt casinos would have a less than perfect relationship with the woman who, let's be honest, has looked increasingly like a hostage in those damn photos over the years.
On Tuesday. Not only do I feel, to answer your question 10 minutes later, that I feel the same way that I felt a few weeks ago that Trump is toast. Absolutely.
But what really set the media ablaze? Moore had the sheer audacity to point out, with all the subtlety of a damn foghorn, just how catastrophically unqualified Trump was to run, say, a damn lemonade stand, let alone the most powerful damn country on earth. And let's not kid ourselves, folks. Trump didn't exactly redefine the presidency, did he? His time in office was less like a well-oiled damn machine and more like a garage band that somehow stumbled onto a damn world tour.
By Inauguration Day in January of 2029. And perhaps historians will see this tour where Bernie and AOC barnstormed the country. Oligarchy versus democracy. And that introduced the idea of we need a whole new person, a kind of person in the White House that is going to fight for the people. And while Bernie may think, well, you know, maybe by 2028 he's going to be too old, you can see just how not old he is. It's just been amazing to watch the tour this week.
If you're digging this, hit that subscribe button. Trump's reign was a non-stop parade of confusion, terrible decisions, and tweets that sounded like the incoherent babbling of a toddler on a sugar rush. If there was a trophy for most likely to accidentally nuke the country while trying to look macho, Trump would have won it twice. And let's not forget how he spent 4 years convincing himself that he was not only right about everything, but that anyone who dared to disagree was part of some massive conspiracy to sabotage his genius. And by genius, we mean not knowing jack about running a country, but somehow thinking you're doing a stellar job compared to, well, everyone.
No matter who gets hurt by it. And I don't really see him changing, but I think he knows he's been on TV, you know? I mean, he's a performance artist. He knows what to say, and he knows how to make this appeal.
You think it's BS?
I think it's, well, please, I don't use that kind of language. Yes, I think.
Next time.
Megan, come on, I know this is the flagship show of Fox News. I just want to go on the record.
Oh.
Well, we all know that.
Like the way you make me sound. Go on.
It is. Listen, just the fact you and I sitting here, we've lowered the age demographic by at least 36 years during this episode.
What do you mean? I'm ripping on my 100-year-old nana who watches the Kelly File.
No, they're very important. But I think Fox is going to go to commercial fairly soon, probably sooner than I expected.
Not at all.
And
the floor is yours.
They've got to sell something. And I just, listen, I think that everybody, I think everybody now is taking Donald Trump very seriously.
Yep.
And everybody who thought he was a joke last summer, no way,
proven wrong.
no way is this going to happen. Right. So nobody should treat it like it's a joke now.
So as a Bernie Sanders supporter,
yes.
You know, I mean, do you believe that he's all but out?
Oh, no, I don't believe it's so.
You think he can still take the nomination?
Well, I think he's won 18 states.
One of Trump's most legendary displays of incompetence was, of course, his handling of the pandemic. While the world was literally burning, Trump was out there doing his usual thing, downplaying the severity of the crisis and treating it like a minor inconvenience. If Trump had treated the pandemic like an actual problem, instead of a damn speed bump on his re-election road, we might have saved thousands of lives. But no, this is the same dude who suggested we inject bleach into our veins. Not exactly the scientific mastermind we were hoping for in the damn White House. And speaking of science, remember when Trump was in charge of tackling climate change? Of course you don't, 'cause that was never a damn thing. Instead, Trump's environmental policy was a masterclass in denial and damn destruction.
We need people running for office as independents like Bernie does. He does just fine. Now, maybe in your state or your city, that's not the best thing to do. But less, you know, Bernie is not a member of the Democratic Party. Neither am I. And there's a reason for that. It should be evident by now. And we're not going to survive if we think the Democrats are the cavalry and the cavalry is going to ride in and save us.
Climate change? Fake news, according to Trump. It was like he thought if he just ignored it hard enough, it'd disappear like a bad damn tweet. His idea of protecting the environment? Rolling back regulations that actually, you know, protect our air, water, and wildlife, and instead pushing for more drilling, more pollution, and less accountability. He wanted to drill in protected areas like it was some kind of damn hobby. It's like he thought the planet was just one giant parking lot for SUVs and golf courses. Why care about the environment when you can turn it into an endless cash machine, right? Trump's administration wasn't just a policy dumpster fire. It was also a full-blown circus of unethical behavior, from his buddy-buddy relationship with dictators to his obsession with lining his own pockets. It felt like every damn decision he made was a direct middle finger to the idea of public service.
What was the word? Groceries. Okay. Yeah, listen. This is the gift of Trump, if I could put it that way, that he has already started to turn his own people against him. They're not quite there yet, but when they start going to the doctor and there's no Medicaid payment, and they're going to have to pay that doctor for their children and all of that, just go down the whole list of things that is going to cost them more and more money. It's going to be harder and harder to live, and they're going to understand that he's the one that made this happen. And maybe he's thinking, well, you know, I'm really good at lying, and if you just say it long enough, price of eggs, price of eggs, price of eggs, price of eggs, that they'll go with that.
Oh, and let's not forget the whole family business vibe he brought to the White House. I mean, I'm sure Jared Kushner was totally the best guy to handle peace in the Middle East. If you've ever wondered what happens when you let someone with zero diplomatic experience try to broker international peace deals, just look at Jared Kushner's accomplishments, which I'm sure are proudly displayed on his parents' refrigerator somewhere. Then there's the economy. Now, Trump loved to brag about being some kind of economic wizard, right? Sure, he gave tax breaks to the rich, temporarily pumped up stock prices, and generally patted himself on the back for what he called unprecedented success. But if you actually dug into the numbers, you'd see that the economic boom Trump touted was built on shaky ground. The tax cuts were a handout to the wealthy, while everyone else got stuck with a mountain of inflation. And let's not even talk about the national debt.
These are people that if they don't like it here, they can leave. And I don't know who's going to miss them, but I guess some people will. I see them complaining. They're complaining constantly. They're free to leave if they want. And if they want to leave, that's fine. And if they want to stay, that's fine. But the people have to know. And politicians can't be afraid to take them on. They hate our country. They hate it, I think, with a passion. Now, it's possible I'm wrong. The voter will decide. But when I hear the way they talk about our country, when I hear the anti-Semitic language they use, when I hear the hatred they have for Israel, and the love they have for enemies like Al-Qaeda, then you know what? I will tell you that I do not believe this is good for the Democrat Party. Certainly it's not the party that I...
Under Trump, the national debt ballooned like a hot air balloon on a kamikaze mission towards a national fiscal cliff. The dude couldn't balance a budget if his life depended on it. He'd probably shove $1 billion loan into the miscellaneous column if given the chance. And as if that wasn't enough, Trump's foreign policy was like a game of international Jenga, where every move threatened to bring the whole damn tower crashing down. He alienated allies, cozied up to dictators, and made America look like the global punchline. His dealings with NATO were downright embarrassing, like a spoiled brat throwing a tantrum because the other kids wouldn't play by his damn rules. In Trump's mind, diplomacy was just a fancy word for, what's in it for me? His administration had zero interest in building relationships based on mutual respect or understanding. Instead, it was all about how much he could squeeze out of everyone, like some shady business deal no one in their right mind would sign.
But I'm sorry, I can't go through another November 5th like we just went through. And in these 3-4 months since then, what we're watching happen every day, every hour you turn on MSNBC and it's something else. What was it 2 hours ago? Oh, they're dismantling the civil rights office of the Department of Homeland Security. And if anything has proven that we need a civil rights office in Homeland Security, it's what has happened to Mahmoud Khalil in the last couple of weeks. This is the Columbia University graduate student who was arrested and disappeared to Louisiana, not committed a single crime, not accused of a single crime. All he has done is to try and stand up for his people, the Palestinian people, with his freedom of speech rights that he has as a legal permanent resident of the United States of America.
But it wasn't just the international community that got the short end of the stick. Trump's domestic policy was a masterclass in division. He didn't unite the country, he ripped it apart at the seams. If you ever wanted to see what it looked like when a president tried to split a nation in two, Trump gave you a front-row seat to the damn spectacle. His rhetoric was a perfect storm of chaos, pitting people against each other, sowing distrust, and turning every political debate into a damn war zone. Whether he was attacking the media or telling his followers to stand by, Trump turned every issue into a damn brawl instead of a conversation. And let's not forget his complete inability to take responsibility for anything. The dude who never admitted a damn mistake in his life suddenly found himself running a whole damn country. Whether it was the economy, the pandemic, or his complete and utter cluelessness about how government actually works, Trump was always pointing fingers at someone else.
The majority of this country didn't want this to happen. The majority of your fellow Americans, they just didn't vote for this. The Electoral College voted for it, but not us. I know, it's strange, isn't it? Second time it's happened in 16 years. And to be honest, if it had gone the other way, I'd support the other side in their feeling that something just isn't right.
It's the Democrats' fault. It's the fake news media. It was like watching a toddler explain why they smashed the damn vase. But instead of an apology, you just got a full-blown tantrum. But perhaps the most damaging thing Trump did was normalize sheer incompetence. Under his reign, being unqualified and arrogant was celebrated as some kind of damn virtue. As long as you could talk a big game and fire off some insults on Twitter, you were golden. It was like we were living in some bizarre alternate reality where expertise and experience were just suggestions. And being a billionaire with zero government experience was the damn qualification of the century. No wonder we ended up with a guy who thought draining the swamp meant filling it with even more greedy, unqualified folks. Now, Michael Moore didn't just point out the obvious flaws in Trump's administration. He's making a compelling argument that Trump's utter lack of capability wasn't some random mistake. It was a deliberate design flaw, a feature, not a bug. The dude didn't just screw things up by accident. He actively sabotaged anything that might actually improve the country. Healthcare? He tried to dismantle it. The economy? He managed to put it on life support with tax cuts for the rich, and trade wars with everyone, including our damn allies. Global relations? A complete and utter dumpster fire. The world saw us as a punchline, a nation led by a toddler with a damn Twitter account.
The Democrats are stopping all of these good things that we're providing. We're providing the greatest package of benefits that this country's ever provided. The biggest part of that's going to be tax cuts for the middle class and for businesses, small businesses, employers, people that hire people in jobs. And if it's shut down, it's only going to be, if there's a shutdown, it's only because of the Democrats. And they would really be taking away a lot from our country and from the people of our country.
But here's the most damn infuriating part of it all. Trump didn't just fail at his job. He actively sabotaged it on purpose. Whether it was his ludicrous handling of the pandemic, his blatant corruption, or his fondness for cozying up to dictators, Trump wasn't just messing things up. He was actively working to make them worse. The only things that seemed to matter to him were power and personal profit. The rest of us, we were just an afterthought. And even after all the damage he caused, Trump's still strutting around like he's some kind of damn genius. The narcissism is so deep, he can't even see it. He genuinely thinks he did a great job. Forget the constant scandals, the endless lies, the monumental incompetence that defined his time in office. He still thinks he was the best damn president ever. If you need a prime example of how detached from reality he is, look no further than his endless delusional self-praise. He doesn't even grasp the colossal damage he inflicted. To him, if he's not winning, then nobody's winning. It's like watching a kid with a magnifying glass convinced they're the ruler of the world while they're just setting everything on fire.
You know, he just wasn't engaged. And you kind of wish you had his version of non-engagement, because this president-elect doesn't seem engaged at all. He's more engaged with tweeting about Alec Baldwin on SNL.
Yeah.
5 hours after the show finishes at 1 a.m. By 6 a.m., he's not funny, sad, you know, not watchable. And it's like, you've got time for that?
But let's be real, folks. The Trump era wasn't just a bad presidency. It was a full-blown catastrophe. A dumpster fire of epic proportions that scorched the very foundation of American governance. Moore's exposé didn't just find a few skeletons in the closet. It ripped open the damn walls of a crumbling mansion of deceit, incompetence, and chaos that defined those 4 years. Trump's actions, policies, and behavior have left a stain on this country that will take years, if not decades, to scrub clean. The damage is so damn deep, it's like trying to fix a house that's been hit by a damn asteroid. No amount of repairs will ever truly bring it back to its former glory. Every decision he made seemed calculated to line his own pockets and those of his cronies, with zero regard for the damage inflicted on the country's institutions or its damn people. And let's be honest, the fact that a chunk of the electorate still blindly supports him speaks volumes about the collective mental gymnastics required to ignore the damn wreckage he's left behind. As long as we allow people like Trump and his minions to call the shots, it's only gonna get damn worse. 'Cause the only thing they know how to build is more damn chaos.
And I'll just say one more thing. What I love about the tour is that Bernie is putting forth the idea that the Democrats have let us down in such a profound way.
At the end of the damn day, we all know one thing for damn sure. Trump didn't make America great again. He turned it into a damn circus. And we're all just trying to survive the damn show while he takes his victory lap. So yeah, Michael Moore might have stirred up a damn hornet's nest, but he ain't the real problem here. The problem is a dude who still believes his own damn hype and refuses to own up to the absolute train wreck of a presidency he left behind. If we've learned anything, it's that when Trump says he's doing a great job, you should probably brace yourself for the next damn disaster.